Can you believe it's been 15 years since the premiere of Hannah Montana? The show jump-started Miley's career. What was it like for your family during that time?
Honestly, I cannot believe it's been 15 years.
Wow.
I mean, I really can. It's so hard for me to believe. Like, I literally didn't even think about it. And I said I started seeing it on Twitter, you know,
right.
that all these people talking about the 15 years. And it really hit me. Like, I got emotional yesterday about it. I literally was crying.
Do
Yeah.
you miss it, or do you kind of wish, like, you could do it? Are you glad that chapter's over?
Oh, gosh. You know what? I think if I could go back and do it, I would make sure that I, like, soaked up every second, you know, because now that I look back, like, it's hard to even remember what all happened because we were so busy. And gosh, Miley worked really every day. Like, even the weekends were supposed to be off. Like, she was promoting or doing a concert, and like, it was the busiest time of my life. I couldn't even do that now. Like, I'm exhausted just thinking about everything we did.
That is so
Yeah, but it was, gosh, it was just so amazing.
I want to look back at a moment because I remember getting that Vanity Fair magazine and seeing that beautiful photo of your father and Miley, and she has the sheet, and it's like she's becoming this woman, and it's this beautiful piece about family and what it means to, you know, have her father with her by her side. And all of a sudden, the media took that and turned it into something else. What was it like for you guys going through that with those two people?
You know what? For me, I think because Billy Ray's been in this business for so long, and you learn to kind of just blow those things off, because that day for us was so magical. Annie Leibovitz, like getting to work with Annie, and at the time Noah was probably only like 6 or 7 years old, and Annie, I have a picture of Noah in Annie's lap actually taking a few of the pictures, and my mom was also there, and it was such a beautiful moment. And so even at that time, I'm sure, like, it was frustrating to see what the media did, but for us, that was just such an incredible day with my family. And so I had really, by that point, like, the media had just been so crazy for our entire marriage and our lives that I really didn't let that faze me. And at the time, it's kind of like, it's so sad that people have to do things like that, you know, and create, it's just so kind of gross. That's the part of this business that's kind of awful, but gosh, that is such an amazing memory too.
Such an amazing
And I gotta say, congrats, you're about to be an aunt, you're about to be a grandma.
I can't believe it.
Are you guys so
I'm
excited?
gonna be a grandma. The due date, my son Brazen and his wife, Stella, June 13th is the due date. And so I'm really excited. I lost my mom in August of last year, and it was the hardest thing I've ever been through. And so they really made a big deal when they told me about that I was going to be a grandma, and I just felt like it was so special that it was just this gift for my mom.
So. What are we going with? Are we going with grandma and grandpa as like the official?
Everybody calls me MT, so I tried to go for MT, and Brazen was like, no, everybody calls you that. Well, they're calling you grandma, and I'm like, okay, that's tough. Let's try to get.
We'll talk about it.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that.
And how are you going to make sure that you're the coolest aunt? Because there is some stiff competition in there.
There is, but I am the one that actually lives in Nashville, so I'm gonna get to spend the most time with the little guy.
Oh, look, Brazen says that he's gonna send their child to Brandi when they need boot camp because she does not mess around.
Play around.
She does not play.
We all need an aunt like that. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We love having you. You guys, the podcast is called Sorry We're Stoned. It's brought to you by Audio Up Media and can be found wherever you listen to podcasts.
I am coming on that podcast.
Oh, please.
Thanks so much for watching Daily Pop.
Make sure to click that subscribe button below so you don't miss any of the latest headlines and entertainment news from your biggest celebrities.
Plus, we have new videos every single day of the week.